everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be doing my go-to flawless base night out look. As you can see, it's kind of really like the eyes are really like minimalistic and I don't really wear that much eyeshadow. I don't know, I prefer myself with really kind of minimal eyeshadow and some like nice fluffy lashes and a really nice full coverage flawless base. Like I prefer to take my time on my base. As long as I've got a good base and some lashes on, then I'm fine and I'm good to go. So yeah, if you'd like to see how I created this look, then just keep on watching. So to start off with, I'm going to be doing my eyebrows. So I've recently just had them done. I got them done at Melanie Maris Brow Stylist in Perth and they are looking amazing. Wait, let me just brush them up a bit. Hang on. Okay, that's better. Yeah, they're looking really good. The shape's good. They look so clean and fresh and I'm obsessed with them. So basically what's going to be happening today is I'm going to be doing, as I probably said before, what I do when I go out. So literally pretty simple, but I really like to focus on my base when I go out and yeah, kind of minimalistic eyes. So if you want to see how I get my go-to going out makeup look, then just keep on watching. Okay, so for brows, I've been obsessed with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Powder Duo in medium brown and I just use the darker shade. I really like this, it's really pigmented and it makes your brows look really good. I'm kind of off pomades on myself at the moment, but I do really love using them on clients. I don't know why I don't like them on myself, but I don't know, it's weird. I go through phases, I love them, and then I go through phases where I don't like them, so I'm on powders. So I'm going to be using this and I'm going to be taking the Holy Grail Brow Duo brush and also just this other brow duo brush that was like £1 that I got in England. This one's just a little bit thicker, so it is a bit like, it's easier to get like the more thick spaces, like obviously like, you know, this part of my brow, and then the thin one from Holy Grail is really good to kind of do like those really fine lines at the front. So now that I've filled them in, I'm going to be taking my Benefit Gimme Brow Brow Volumizing Fiber Gel in the shade number 4 and just running this through my brows. So when I do my base and stuff like that, I really like to make sure that my skin is like well prepped before I start my foundation because I feel like that's what helps you get a flawless base. So I like to just go and like put some lip balm on my lips and some moisturizer on my face. So the lip balm that I'm going to be taking is just the the MAC lip conditioner. This one is so amazing. If you have dry lips, I think it's $20, but it's so worth it. You literally need the tiniest bit and your lips instantly feel like hydrated. So good. And I also like to moisturize my face, but I tend to do this 5 to 10 minutes before I start my makeup just so it's kind of settled into my skin. So I just take my Simple Kind to Skin Light Hydrating Moisturizer and this just sinks nicely into the skin and makes sure my face is hydrated. Now once like I've let that, you know, the moisturizer settle in and stuff like that, and I've got my lip balm on, I like to take some primers. So the primers that I've been obsessed with at the moment and I've been using on all my clients are the Benefit Professional Matte Rescue Primer and the MAC Strobe Cream. I have the Gold Light and also the Peach Light. They're both really nice primers. So I like to take the Matte Rescue Primer on people's T-zones and this around the rest of the face just to give it a nice glow under the foundations. take my strobe cream. I like to just take this with like a sort of stippling duo fiber brush, and yeah, again, you don't need too much of this, just enough to kind of cover the rest of your face. My face is all prepped and I'm feeling like hydrated, and this area is feeling nice and matte. I am going to be taking some foundation. So depending on what the look I'm going for, I tend to either take two of like either of these foundations. So I would either take the Too Faced Born This Way foundation if I wanted like a medium to full coverage, or if I wanted a really full coverage, then I would take the Huda Beauty foundation. Today I'm just going to be taking the Too Faced one just because that's what I normally go for, and my skin's actually not looking too bad, so I don't really need full coverage today. So I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to be mixing two shades together. I'm going to be mixing light beige and warm beige. I'll probably put more of warm beige in, more of light beige in. And I'm going to be using one of the Dirty 30 sponges to apply that. So yeah, I'm just going to mix these two together and use this as my foundation. When I'm applying my foundation with the sponge, I prefer to, I'll get a bit on the back of my hand, like on the back of my sponge like that, and then I'll be patting it into my skin. No swirling, no swiping, just patting it in. That way it's really pushing it into the skin, and I feel like that's how you get your the more flawless finish. My base and I'm happy with like the coverage and stuff, I then go ahead and take one of my Manicare Artiste concealer brushes, which actually discontinued now. I'm really annoyed, and I just take a little bit of the same color of the foundation, and I'm just going to line under my brows just to, you know, make them more defined and clean up, and then also put the same color on my eyelids as well. Done under my eye, like under my eyebrows and on my eyelids as well, and just add a little bit more coverage onto like the cheek parts of my face, just because that's where I prefer the coverage to be. I am now going to take some concealer. So depending on what I've kind of like got in front of me, I'll either take, again, two of these concealers. I'll either take the Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade 20 Sand, or I will take the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Custard. The NARS one is like a little bit more moussey, but I mean this one for $14.95 is still pretty good. So I'm just going to take the Maybelline one today because that's what I tend to normally take, just because I like to use the NARS one on my clients. And then what I like to use to blend it out, I look like a cat or something, is the Dirty 30s, like the mini sponge. You get these in a pack of 30 and they are bloody amazing for getting like right in underneath the eyes. Now that I have blended all of that concealer out, I'm then just going to set under my eyes. So the powder that I'm going to take is the Laura Mercier translucent powder, as per usual. And I'm just going to blend out the creases before I set it. Okay, so one of my other favourite things to do at the moment has been to kind of cream contour. So I like to take the Bobbi Brown foundation stick in the shade Cool Almond, and I like to take this on a small stippling brush. And I don't draw the lines on, because I feel like if you draw the lines on, you get the line kind of stays there almost. So, a little bit of fluff on it. So I like to just kind of go straight onto the stick with the brush and just kind of pat it into the skin. That is done, I'm going to set the rest of my face. So the powder that I love is the Australis Fresh and Flawless. I use the medium tan or the darkest brown? Yeah, medium tan or darkest brown are my favorite colors. So I'm just going to take the Holy Grail tapered powder brush, and I'm just going to pat this on lightly over the top. I always say this, like, I feel like by setting your face, that's the way it's going to last the longest. Yes, you might look a little bit matte and powdery at the beginning, but give your skin 10 to like 15 minutes, maybe even longer, and the natural oil will start to come through your skin and everything kind of like settles into your skin a lot more. I always prefer my makeup at least half an hour after I've done it, just because I feel like everything's settled in and it's not as powdery anymore. But I do definitely feel like that's the best way to keep your makeup on all night. I'm going to further contour my face, so my favourite product is the Hoola by Benefit bronzer, and I just like to take this on like either like an angled brush like this one, so the Holy Grail cheek definer, or I also like this one right here. It's kind of like a rounded brush. I don't know where it's from or what the name of it is, but I like either of those. They both work well. I'm gonna take the Holy Grail one today actually. I've done that, I'm going to be taking a bronzer. So I'm going to be taking the MAC Give Me Sun bronzer, and I'm also going to be taking like a kind of mixture of the two, the Mecca Max Sunlit Skin bronzer in the shade medium. This one's nice because it's got a tiny little bit of a shimmer to it, so I'm going to be mixing the two together. I've been obsessed with blush. Like, I didn't think that I would ever be obsessed with blush, but I am. So the combo that I'm obsessed with at the moment is the Hot Mama blush by The Balm and the NYX Baked Blush in the shade Sugar Mama over the top. I don't know what it is about this combo, but it just looks really good on the skin and I love it. So I'm just going to be taking an angled brush. This is just one like dirty one that I use every single day. Sorry. And I'm just going to be putting this onto the apples of my cheeks and kind of blending it upwards into the rest of the bronzer and stuff. So now I'm just going to be taking some highlighter. So obviously my go-to look is kind of like a nice glowy, bronzy sort of look. So I like to take the MAC Oh Darling highlighter. This is one of my favorite highlighters at the moment. I love it so, so much. And I'm just going to be taking the Holy Grail highlighter brush and I'm just going to be putting this on the high points of my face. Now that is done, I like to go in on my eyes. So I don't really tend to do too much on my eyes. I tend to stick with really nice bronzy sort of colours. So the colours I normally go with is just the bronzer that I've used on my face normally, just so it kind of, again, ties in. If I'm going to go in with like a shimmery shade on my lid, which I'm going to do today, I kind of tend to, again, just keep it nice and bronzy and really simple. So I'm going to take the Stacey Marie Carnival palette and I'm actually going to mix the highlighter. So I'm going to mix Sinner, which is this highlighter shade right here, and I'm going to mix Hush, which is, oh my god, I've got blue all over me, which is just like this kind of bronzy rose goldy sort of colour, but together they make this really nice bronze colour. And I'm also just going to wipe the navy blue shadow off of me so I don't get it on myself. I'm going to be mixing those together, but I'm going to be taking the MAC Give Me Sun bronzer through my crease first. Not anything too crazy. Again, I don't really like much on my eyelids when I go out. I don't know why. I actually prefer myself with minimal eye makeup on and just like a really nice bronzed and stuff face. I don't know why. I just do. To do like the underneath of my eyes with the same bronzer and just blend it out. Oh my god, I'm sorry if you can hear my dogs barking. They're really annoying. Depends how glam I want to be, depends on what lash I wear. So if I don't want to be too, if I don't want the lashes to be too much, then I will tend to go for the Ardell Glamour Wispies. I don't know, I feel like they just look nice on and they're not too much. Shut up! Thank you. Or another one of my favourites, which I actually haven't tried yet, but I just know that I'm going to love, are the Holy Grail Cosmetics Glow Lashes. Now these ones are their new range. They're the Fluxury 3D Mink Lashes and they look bloody amazing, but I'm not going to use these because I do want to save these for a try-on haul for them, so I'm not going to be using those ones. Or I do have another option, which are, I just get these off AliExpress. They're the Style D113. I'll leave the link to the lashes in the description box, but they're the Style D113 and they're probably one of my favourite style of lashes. Swear to God, those dogs. They're just really nice and fluffy and they're a really nice shape. So I think I'm going to go for these ones today, just because I really like the style of these. I don't know. I just really like these. And I'm just going to apply some mascara to my top and bottom lashes. I'm looking a little bit more normal now. For lips, my favourite combo at the moment is the NYX Retractable Lip Liner in the shade Nude, which is one of my favorites. Nude or natural is really good. And the MAC Matte Honey Love lipstick. So these two colours are literally my fave at the moment and I'm obsessed. Okay, and then for setting spray, I like to take the Kat Von D Lock-It Makeup Setting Mist. This is like the most fine spray I've ever tried. I actually, when I go through these bottles, I actually end up putting like the Mario Badescu spray and stuff in this bottle because the spray is so fine. I don't know, this spray it just is such a nice spray. I just love it. I'm just going to spray my face. I literally lather myself in this stuff because it feels so nice. It's like nice and refreshing. And yeah, there we have my kind of go-to look. Actually, one more thing. The last thing I like to do is take some of the G-Rocks, it's actually called Boho Brows now, but I've got the old packaging, the Boho Brow Soap. And this actually helps the growth of your brows and also set them in place. So basically just spray a little bit of water. I'm just going to be using the Mario Badescu because I don't have anything else. And then kind of rub the spoolie around in the, obviously like a disposable spoolie, rub it around and then brush it through your brows. This literally makes them stay in place, like they will not move. Now, I mean, because I have just had my brows done, my brows won't be moving that much around anyway, but they are definitely, this stuff is actually so good if you're needing something for, if you've got like longer brow hairs that tend to move around a lot, this stuff is perfect for you. And yeah, it's bloody amazing, and the lady who owns it is also really lovely as well. But yeah, this is the completed look. I hope you enjoyed this little video. I did do one of these like a while back, but I thought I wanted to do like an updated one because I definitely have changed my dogs, I swear to God, the products that I use and the way that I do things as well. And I also think that this is a lot more flawless than the one that I did previously. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like and subscribe and give it a big thumbs up. But yeah, I hope you're all having a good day, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!
In the